This is Roxy, and I'm going to make some chocolate orange lip gloss. So I first have to start out with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and I think it's been so hot here that this is completely melted on us, but I'll start it with that. And then I gotta put the camera down, so I put it down here. And then I need 2 tablespoons of good olive oil. And then, and then a tablespoon of beeswax. I'm gonna use, this is a 1/2 tablespoon measure, so I'm gonna use this. See, and I already got that one dirty. And I've got a little bottle or little pan of water boiling on the stove. Okay, so I got the beeswax, a teaspoon of honey. Oh, this orange extract I found is just so delicious smelling. Oops. Kind of missed the spoon there. Okay, so a teaspoon of honey. I'm going to just set that in there. And then 1/4 teaspoon of cocoa powder. I think I got to do that last, so I'll do this. Okay. So then we want to just put this there. Then we want to just put this right in the pan of water. Kind of floating there on the top, but I'm just going to let it melt. I don't know if you can see that. So we'll let that melt. I think it's just a few minutes in boiling water. You want to do kind of a double boiler method, which this somewhat is. But I'm just going to quick watch that and pull it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is. That's all melted. And now I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cocoa powder. And then 1/2 teaspoon of vitamin E oil. I think I'm going to go a little bit, and that's for kind of a preservative. I'm going to stir that in. Stirring that in. And then, there's how that looks. And then I'm going to add some orange extract or organic orange oil. And I got this on eBay. It smells like those orange wedges, candies. Oops, I don't want too much. Hopefully that's not too much. Okay, and then I'm just going to stir this a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, now these I found at a antique flea market. And I just thought they'd be really cute for lip gloss, purse-size lip gloss. So my lip gloss is ready, and I will pour some in. Maybe a little more. There. And then this will be ready to just sit and harden. Some recipes I saw said to put it in the fridge or the freezer, but I don't know. I think I'll put it in the fridge. And I think I might have to do another batch. Maybe, because I have 4 of these to fill. Excuse me. I'm just going to shake that. It smells delicious. Yeah, I'm going to do half the batch so I can finish my last little thing. So I will show these when they're done. Okay, for this batch, I halved the recipe, except I kept the cocoa powder at 1/4 of a teaspoon, and then kind of cut back a little bit on the vitamin E oil, just because it's really oily. Okay, so here's this batch, and I kind of like the color already better. I just gotta stir it a little more there. One thing to watch is when you're boiling your water, don't let it boil too hard because you risk getting water into your lip gloss mixture. And I have a little bit more. I gotta find some kind of a little container. And this is not really hot. I mean, it's a little warm to the touch, but just be careful so that you don't burn yourself. So I have to find like a little cap or something. I'll be back. Okay, so this is the darker version and this is the lighter version. I omitted the honey in this one, and I tried both of them because I spilled a little bit spilt out on the counter. So I tried both of them, and I have to tell you, they taste just like those chocolate orange balls. They're chocolate balls, and then, you know, you break them up into wedges and they taste like chocolate orange. I'm gonna eat this stuff, I'm sure, but it's really good. It's not real oily or greasy. And I had tried a recipe. Somebody had one where they'd take Vaseline, dump in a thing of Jell-O, and it was just awful. There was no cherry flavor because I had cherry Jell-O. There was no flavor to it. It was grosser than the jelly because you added, one recipe I found added beeswax, petroleum jelly, and oil, and it was just hideous. I had to throw it away. This, not so at all. It's delicious. It's really nice and moist, but yet not too oily or slickery. And I think the vitamin E oil will add a nice conditioning, and so will the coconut oil. So that's people say they put that in their coffee and their lips become really nice and conditioned. So give it a try. It's super easy. It took me about 20 minutes from start to finish, you know, getting all the ingredients out. I had everything here except for the orange extract. That's the only thing I had to order. And quite honestly, you don't have to put orange in here. Because this will be more of a chocolate honey orange, but you don't have to put any extract in it if you don't want. It's really delicious, and look at how pretty they are. Okay, so here's my finished project. I took the jewelry boxes and I just cut out I found a little vintage advertisement from one of my old magazines, and she had orange lips. So I shrunk her down to little nubbins, and I just used glossy accents to put her on here, and then kind of poured some on top. And then on the bottom, I found this ad. This was an image online, and it's just chocolate cake with orange slices, and it goes with my orange chocolate lips. So I just printed that. I put this title and my name on in Photoshop. Printed those out and glossy accented those on. And then to package them up, here's my recipe card to go with it. And then to package them up, I'm putting them in glassine bags. And I'm using the We Are Memory Keepers, what is it called? So Easy Stitch Piercer that I found on clearance at Joann's. And then some Martha Stewart string from a few years ago, and I just stitched that on, and then I printed out this vintage. I think she's trying to be like a Carmen Miranda, or else she's just a fun girl. I think she's probably from the 40s. And then I used my Tim Holtz Distress markers to colorize the black and white picture, and I had a EK Success corner punch just to make it a little decorative. And then I just tied her on, going through the holes with some more Martha Stewart string. So my take on this So Easy stitch piercer, I think it's really fun. I like it. You do have to do even, slow pressure, but I used it kind of like a sewing machine presser foot, where I just lined this side up with the edge of my paper, so it worked for this. Otherwise, you know, it's gonna move around, but to get a perfect line, I use this. I think you could do that probably with about just any project. Just have a visual line, even draw a line if you have to. They do give, you can buy this mat, which I just did. I mean, I could have used, a mouse pad or whatever, but it has the measurements on it. So it works fine. And I mean, I've got a couple other wheels, so I'm going to try those and have fun. But so this is my package, and I love how it turned out. And this, I swear, this is like putting candy on your lips. It's so good. If anybody remembers those old, they were orange sticks, chocolate orange sticks. They're about, kind of the size of a Kit Kat stick, but it was just kind of a jellied orange inside with chocolate, dark chocolate. It was just divine. That's what my lip gloss tastes like. So, and then with the So Easy, you get this little non-sharp needle. And I did notice, if for me, and it must be just my pressure, where I can put pressure and not put pressure, it did tend to about here and about here on this project. There would be one here and one here where it didn't pierce through. So I just used a straight pin and put a hole in it. But because this won't pierce, this needle won't pierce paper. It's flat. It's just going to go through your holes. Anyways, there's my project. Thanks for watching.